Good morning, guys. How are we all doing? I am Dan from Trading with Dan. This is our Bitcoin Monday morning update. So happy Monday, everybody. Welcome to the new trading week. We shall go straight over to those Bitcoin 4-hour charts, where you can see we are having a bit of sideways action here over the weekend, a little bit of a wick up, and that swiftly rejected back down. But in and around this resistance area, we kind of need to get some acceleration to the upside. Or we could very easily see us drop back down below this $46,000 level, and then see whether we can get supported around 44, or whether we test all the way down towards 42. So yeah, not looking too bad there. Not really much else to update. Not a lot happened, as you can see. Just a bit of sideways, probably just waiting to get a lead from Finance 1.0 markets this morning. S&P futures had a little bit of a dip down, not all the way down to our support area, but to the lower area end of this range that we're in, but back at the midpoint, so we can make our way back up. Well, we can make our way back up to 4,600. Then I would expect us to break back up into this range and probably stay up there if we do that. Obviously, to the downside, if we come back and test into this support and lose it, then yeah, obviously that opens up price action down to around the 4400s, which would no doubt have a bit of a bearish impact on Bitcoin. So we'll have to see what happens there. Right at the moment though, smack bang in the middle of the range. Are we going to come back up to the top side? Are we going to come back down to the bottom side? We shall have to see. Dollar index also approaching the underside of that trend line. So will it get rejected, come back down, start to even further confirm this descending triangle, and then hopefully break lower and give risk assets a nice bid? Or are we going to break up from here and then try and test even more upside? We shall have to see that also. The 10-year pretty much hovering around this area, but looking like it does want to come and test some downside, so hopefully that will drag the DX down with it, and also risk assets potentially to the upside. Oil still just printing below that $100 trend, $100 level. Are we going to break down from this trend line and come and test into this support area, and then see if we even lose that support area? But that's got a low of about $89. So that, in all fairness, with everything going on, it is difficult to see us break much below 89, but there could be a bit of a down squeeze to the downside, just on the basis that a lot of people seem to be long this asset at the moment. Bitcoin dominance, this is what we wanted to see. A nice drop down as we broke down. So this is very much looking like a new longer term macro lower high relative to these. And can we formally and finally break down into this support level, where I think we could end up with a serious altcoin rally, and it could actually be the end of this whole bull cycle. Maybe we get a push up from where we are now in Bitcoin into the mid 50s. Maybe then we hover around there, threatening to break up to new all-time highs. Getting a lot of people to FOMO in, they get distributed into that. Whilst that is going on for a period of time, we then get a stupendous altcoin rally. Alts get down into this area, maybe even below, and as in the Bitcoin dominance gets down into this area, maybe even below, some stupendous alt gains, and then we have basically Bitcoin struggles to get above that mid to high $50,000 level, comes back down, we head back down to 30k, maybe even lower, and then altcoins then basically get decimated. Maybe that is the playbook, and to be honest, if that is fine with me. That will give us plenty of opportunity to be very careful whilst Bitcoin is in the mid to high 50s, and altcoins are starting to go nuts. There will be plenty of plenty of time to maneuver whilst the rest of the market is sort of going nuts. So yeah, obviously us all being in crypto and altcoins at the moment, waiting for that to happen, we will be then placed to take profits and get out when that does happen, whilst lots of other people will be FOMOing in at that point, and they will be the people that will be pumping us up into our take profits. So yeah, it is what it is. That's how markets work. So let's hope that is that. Let's hope that is the playbook, because it does sound pretty compelling to me. Let's have a look at some stochastics. 4 hour is pointing down, so we could lose this $46,000 level based on the 4 hour. 10 hour did have a bounce, but again looking to turn back down, so not the greatest read. 12 hour is turning back up though, just above obviously the 50% level, so this is not a bad read at all. Trend line, as you can see there, that is not a bad read. Daily though still coming down, so out of the 10, 12 hour and daily we only have 1 out of 3, and that can't be that good, because as the song goes, 2 out of 3 isn't bad, but obviously 1 out of 3 by extrapolation of that sentence should be bad then. 2-day look still pointing up, but obviously looking very tired there. 3-day still pointing up, but not looking quite as bad. 5-day looking absolutely amazing. Weekly looking brilliant as well. Bi-weekly looking to turn back up, which is clearly good from a low level also, and then monthly diving, but we'll just ignore that because it doesn't fit our narrative, doesn't fit what we doesn't fit our biases, if that's even a word. But yeah, so yeah, all to play for today. Let's see if we can get back above 47. Yeah, we could then potentially see a nice move up towards 50,000. If we don't, we'll be coming down to test, probably test this area again, and then if not held there, down to possibly the trend line if it comes in a bit later on, so maybe just around 43, or maybe even to the support area. We shall have to see, but ultimately, medium term time frame, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, I do think it is very likely we get up to this, well, basically this resistance area, and then it will be a case of, do we break up, do we get some wicks up on maybe even a weekly basis, but do we distribute around here before coming back down pretty hard and taking out this, well, basically this 30k level. That is the big question for me. We'll be looking at, if we get up here, we'll be looking at obviously massively risking off in this area, especially if, like I said, we get that we kind of chop sideways above basically about 53 to 58, and in that period of time we get a stupendous altcoin rally. That's what I'll be looking at. So yeah, a bit of a medium longer term game plan insight there. So yeah, there we go, guys. Happy Monday, everybody. Remember, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys soon.